welcome back. So in this video, I wanted to answer a beautiful question that's come through from Helen, and I'll read out. I didn't write the whole thing because it was quite long and some of it was more personal than a question, so I thought I'd leave that for her. But with our spirit guides, the question is, do our spirit guides know our beliefs are changing? And a little bit more that was in there. And therefore we'll know I'm ready to experience them in a new way. I feel them and I know they're with me. I would love to converse with them and my family in spirit and tell them how grateful I am for their support. Thank you for the beautiful question, Helen. Now, feeling into your heart as you say that question, do my spirit guides know that my beliefs are changing? What is your feeling as we say that in your heart? How does that feel? Does it feel like a yes, they know that your beliefs are changing, or does it feel like a no? The worlds around us are very different to this world. It's almost like to live in this world, it is like the Matrix. It's like we are in a matrix and we can only see this world. Your spirit guides are with you always. They've been with you from the beginning. They've never left your side. The spirit guides that were meant to be with you in your life. And maybe through your life there'll be different spirit guides, because there may be loved ones that have passed that are now part of your spirit team that you didn't have as a child. Maybe a partner that's passed away, or a parent that's now passed away that you had with you when you were a child. So our spirit team can evolve, it can change as you go through life. But even from the very, very beginning, you already have a spirit team. You already have spirit guides with you all along the way. For me, I wish everybody had access and could connect to them. And I think that's why we are creating so many videos about it. Because the moment you open up that communication, the moment you start having these conversations and you realize that these beautiful beings are real and that there is a whole other reality taking place outside of this human experience. There's a whole other realms with all these other beautiful beings in other dimensions. Their reality is very different to ours. They can be with you all the time, and it's not like here, how we are here. They can be in many different places all at the same time. That's why Archangel Michael can be with 100 different people here, or thousands of different people here on earth. Here, there's only one of us. This is how this reality works. But my wish is for everybody to have this beautiful team with them, because there is a knowing when you are with your team that you are never alone, that you have never been alone, ever, not for a second. These beautiful spirit guides are with you always, looking out for you, looking after you, assisting, guiding, all of it. Because when we come in, our soul has already mapped out exactly what it wants to experience. But as you come in this human form, and you separate from Source, the moment you make that decision to separate from Source in childhood, to go on this adventure, we forget all of it. All the connections we had on the other side, we forget in order to have this beautiful experience. But they stay with us the whole time, the whole time. I'm sure everyone gets whisperings in their ears, voices that tell them, do this, don't do that. You should sign up for that course. Oh, don't do that course. That's not for you. Because they already know your path, your spirit guides, in alignment with your soul. They already know your path, what it is that you are here to experience, what it is you are here to do. All of it. So in any moment, Whatever is going on with you, if you're changing your beliefs, if you're shedding beliefs, they're already ahead of you. They already know this is going to happen because they can already see ahead to what's going to happen. They already know what's in front of you, what's on your path, what you've chosen to come and experience. So they already know that you're going to be dropping these beliefs. They already know that you're going to be moving to another country for a job, whatever that is. They already know that you're going to be. Whatever it is that's on your path that you need to be doing that's going to assist you on your human experience that you came to have. They already know all of it. On the other side, we already have all the information of the whole universe. But like I said in a previous video, and I don't know if people get to watch all the videos, because if some people start from the middle, they've missed all the beautiful information from the beginning. And there are so many gorgeous little gems hidden in every video, you know. But one of the videos talks about, imagine, okay, when we are not here, when we are in spirit form, we have all the information of the universe within us, right? We are energy. And we are of this beautiful universal life force energy. We are one and the same. We are all part of that. Now, imagine we have all this information, but it's just concept. So to us, it would be an equivalent of, imagine here as a human, you have every single cookbook that's ever been published. Every recipe of this world is at your fingertips. You own every single book. It's all concept. You can open up any book and you know how to create every single cake. And you can open up another book and you've got every single recipe for every single soup you can imagine that you can make. And another book will have all the roasts you can make. Another one will have all any kind of dessert that you can make. All the different recipes for all the different foods. You have all of them at your fingertips. This is the spirit. It has all this information. But as a human, until you take a cookbook into a kitchen and you create the dish, even that in itself is a journey. Creating the dish. All that is involved in the human experience when you make something in the kitchen to eat. But why do we go to all that effort for that end result when we get that beautiful dish in front of us and we get to taste it? And this is the human experience. This is what the soul is here to do. Okay, I've got all these cookbooks, I've got all these concepts, all these ideas, all these theories in my system. But what does it actually taste like? What does it actually feel like to go through that? This is the journey of the soul. So, to answer your beautiful question, your spirit guides are in that realm where they have all the information. They already know everything that you've chosen to do in this lifetime, that you've chosen to experience. And before you came, you already chose who was going to be there for you, who your spirit team was going to be, who's in your team along the way. And sometimes they're even kind enough to come in and assist us in letting go of beliefs that don't serve our path anymore. I know because that happened to me. I was in the middle of a Reiki session and they decided to descend. And in that session, I was able to let go of my unworthiness that I had been conditioned to feel when I was growing up in the Catholic Church as a little one. Till I was about 15, I had to go to church. And the one thing that I took away more than anything else was how unworthy I was of being in the presence of God, of being in the presence of Jesus, Mother Mary, all these beautiful beings. All the while they sit on the other side of this reality, waiting to assist us. They watch And they know in that time when you're, in that moment when you're feeling so unworthy, that they can't step in, because that is your reality. You are meant to go through that. That was the experience you came to have. And the moment you release that, you let go of that, they can step in. There are so many beliefs and so many things that we put in place, and they're like these big walls around us that don't allow them to come in. And for a while, it's because this is the experience we came to have. This is what it is to be unworthy. This is what it feels like to be not good enough to be in the presence of these beautiful beings, who, by the way, are here to assist you. They're not sitting on the other side waiting for you to revere them as gods. This is what we were taught in church, that they're like unreachable, unattainable, up on this huge pedestal. All the while, they're just sitting there waiting. When is it the right time for us to come in and assist and be with this person now, with this soul having this human experience? Is it time yet? Can we come in yet? Because your soul had free will. It has free will. But in the moment of entry, it decided, okay, up until this point, I'm going to be completely disconnected from that realm that I came from, because I came here to have a human experience. So they know that up until that point, even though they're always with you and they know everything that's going on with you, they're not allowed to step in, because that would interfere with the beautiful human experience that you came to have, that your soul chose to have. They already know, all of them. Your soul and your spirit guides already know. They already have all this information. And there are many, many meditations on this channel and many videos on spirit guides. If this is your first video that you are catching, the talk about spirit guides, and it's something that really interests you, if it is something that is in your field, it's because in this lifetime you are meant to have this in your life. It is meant to be present. It's a knowing that's inside of you. You can feel it. And many of you are telling me that you can feel them, that you know they are there. So this is meant for you. And what I would love is, in the live streams that we do on Fridays, if people are having these beautiful moments where they can see spirit guides, or to share their beautiful experiences that they are having with their spirit guides. Because for others that haven't quite had that experience yet, it opens up that possibility. And that's why I talk about them so much, about the experience I had with Archangel Michael, experience I had with my beautiful guardian angel, all of it. I share it because if there is something in you that in this lifetime you are meant to have spirit guides in your life, it opens up this possibility that if it's happening for this person, it's possible for me. It opens that door for you to begin that journey. And it's up to you. Ask. There's videos on that as well. Ask your spirit guides to reveal themselves. And then allow them to come through, however that looks. You know, if you have expectations of this is what they need to look like, it will make it a lot harder for them to come through, because they may have already been coming through and you're missing it because you're too busy thinking it needs to show up a certain way, rather than allowing the experience to unfold. You can sense them, you can feel them, you know they're there. But there's also, you can ask for signs. They love sending signs. Ask for signs. Ask for a symbol. Ask a question. Ask anything that they can give you an answer to. When we did the 21-day angel adventure with Lorna Byrne, that's one of the first things that she tells you from your guardian angel. Ask them for a feather, or ask them for a flower, ask them for something. A sign, proof of their existence, proof that they're listening. There's lots of meditations on this channel as well. And most of the meditations will ask for a symbol. I love that. Because in the past where I've done beautiful meditations and they've guided us to ask for a symbol, when I find that symbol later, many times it's been, oh, it's real. Because for the most part, the symbols I received were not symbols that I haven't seen them before, or they wouldn't have been symbols I would have picked. So when they did show up, it was like, oh, okay, I get it. This is real. You can just simply ask. You close your eyes, take a few deep breaths in, and then focus on your breaths. And as you're focusing on your breaths, and you quiet the mind a little bit, try and calm the chatter that's always going on upstairs. I know, because my brain is a total chatterbox. It's always chattering away. My mind never stops. And it's not about, recently I was talking to this beautiful girl, one of my students. It's all grown up now. And we were talking about that. Many years ago, I tried doing meditation and I gave up. Because in the meditation, they keep telling you to stop the thoughts, to empty the mind. And for me, it's impossible. I can't empty my mind. I can't quiet the thoughts. They're constant. And I've learned with my beautiful spirit guides that it's not about quieting the mind, because that's the experience we came to have, this human experience with this mind, with the ego, with all of it. It's not about making it quiet or emptying it. It's about being present with what shows up. So you take those deep breaths in. You focus on those breaths. So you're being present with the breath that's coming into your nose. And how it, your chest rises. Follow the breath in and observe what your body is doing with each breath. So then you put your focus on your body then. And when your mind is clear of all the chatter that's going on, and now you're focusing on just the breath and what your body is doing with that breath, and that your stomach expands, and then how it all collapses when you breathe out, and you do that again. Ask a question. Call in the spirit guide. If you don't have a name, just call spirit guide. I know you're there. I know you're there. And then ask the spirit guide one question. And it may not come straight away. You might get an answer straight away. You'll hear something. And if you're not sure, ask for proof, ask for a symbol, ask for a sign. They're more than happy to do all of that for you. So find the way that you can get proof so that you know, oh, this is real, this information that I've received, the name that I've received. For me, my beautiful guardian angel, when I received his name, I hadn't seen it before, ever in my life. And a few weeks after, I was given his name, and he wrote it up for me so that I could see it in letters, because I didn't even know how to spell it. I wasn't even sure what to do with what he gave me. So I wrote it down after that into my diary that day, and I thought, okay, unusual, but okay. And weeks later, I started to see his name everywhere. And before that, I'd never seen it, ever. So things like that will start to happen when you open up to the possibility that they exist and that you want them in your life. You're inviting them into your life now. You want them to be here. In When Love Leaves are all my original, like when all of this started to happen, all my beautiful stories are in there. The one about my guardian angel, the one about Archangel Michael, and there are so many other beautiful stories that eventually I will share throughout the videos. There's so many, too many. And many more have happened after that. Might need a second book for when angels step in. But yeah, it's when you open up to it, when you really open up and you say, I truly desire with all my heart to know that you exist, that you are real. Show me. Be in that space of curiosity of show me. I want to know. And see where it unfolds, All right, my beautiful beings. If you have any other questions, let me know. But they know everything about you, everything that is going on. They know when they're not allowed to come in because you are having your human experience, and it would interfere with that if they just all of a sudden showed up. They can't do that. You have to invite them in. They come in when you're ready and you invite them in. All right, my beautiful beings. I love you guys. You start to think of them, which is probably the reason most of you are attracted to these videos, because you're ready. If you're not already in communication with them, you are at least ready, and you're looking for the answers of how to make this possible in your life. So, all right, my beautiful beings, let me know if there's any questions. We're more than happy to bring forward information that may help you break through. It would be so wonderful. That is our desire for everyone, that they may know they have this beautiful spirit team with them and that they are never alone. So many of us go through life feeling so lonely and so alone that we have to do it all by ourselves. And it was never that way. The human experience seems that way. But a soul is never left here on its own, and it is always connected. Always connected to Source. All right, my beautiful beings, I love you dearly. I don't know if I gave you a kiss, I'll give you another one. All right, remember to click like and subscribe so you don't miss any of the messages. And I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for your beautiful question, Helen. Bye for now.